always been interested in health careers since I was in about year 9.
I wanted to be a midwife. At one point I wanted to go in the army.
Thought I'd go on to be a policeman at first.
When I was at school, I wanted to go into teaching and childcare, but when I left school I changed my mind after having different talks with different tutors.
So it's not much more than a year ago that I was at school myself, deciding whether to go to college to do A-levels or a BTEC or an intermediate, advanced or high level apprenticeship.
I'm Richard Bramley and I'm an A-level student at Priory Persclub College.
I'm Amy Grain and I'm currently studying A-levels at Priory Persclub College.
A-levels are really different to GCSEs because you choose subjects you are really interested in. You become so self-motivated in it that it doesn't seem like you're on a course anymore. You are doing what you really like to do and you're learning more about that. It's not about the grade at the end of the day, it's about what you actually come out with knowledge-wise at the end of the course.
You have to put a lot more work into A-levels than what you did at GCSE, but you get used to it and there's loads of extra support and you can always email your teacher and she'll help you and if you're really struggling. So it's really good.
A-levels always seemed like a logical route for me because I was really good at school, I was good at exams, I could do coursework relatively easily, and I like to study a broad range of subjects all at once because I'm never really sure on one thing I want to do. It changes quite frequently.
And plus, when you do A-level, you're not stuck to doing one thing, you can do a variety of different careers. So that's why I think it's really good.
We tend to have free study periods, where we can either go home or we can socialise, but most of the time we end up doing studying or homework. Well, I'm really looking into English at university because I really love journalism and I also love literature, so that would be a really good thing to study.
I chose a BTEC and not A-levels because A-levels, I don't really like the exam side of it. I'd rather do coursework and BTEC's coursework based. So.
It's a lot different being a BTEC student because your college is a lot different than school. I think you handle your time more. It's just up to you what you do, how you manage your time, as long as you get your work done.
You do get to go out on site visits and see how the work that you do in the classroom relates to on site what you would do as a career.
We do a subject called science materials, and it's all about material properties and the best materials for certain conditions like temperatures or what area it is.
Since I've been on the course, I've looked at things differently. I understand how buildings are put together, and before you just used to walk down the street and just it's a building, isn't it? But now I actually understand how it's put together and I've got a better understanding how things are created.
After you've got your BTEC, you can go into loads of different careers, but first you'd have to do the level 4 HNC and carry on through higher education, or you could go to university to specialise in what you want to do as a career.
Once I've got my BTEC, I need to get all distinctions, and then I'm going to go on to university, which is a 7-year pathway, and then hopefully get a degree in architecture.
There's plenty of other options after this course, but I think I'm going to progress onto my HNC, then maybe go to university or try and get an apprenticeship as a project manager. It is a good course, it just needs to get spoken about more so people know about it.
At school I wish I knew more about the level 2 course, so I could have done it before the level 3, but at school we didn't really get introduced to the level 2 course as much as what I would have liked to.
I'm Jay Kumar, I'm a barber in Saltburn, run VIP hair salon. I went to school and I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do at all. So I moved on to East Coast Training, Foundation Learning, and they really helped me actually. They helped me with my brush up on my maths and English and just helped me try a few different jobs just to see what I was interested in. And they mentioned barbering to me, and at first I didn't think it was for me. Then I thought, oh, well, I'll go for it and try it, why not? And I loved it. Went straight into apprenticeship, and that's where I went from there.
I'm Chris Axford, and I am studying VQ in horticulture at Askenbrine College. I was always good using my hands, and that was one of the things I had to get used to. Horticulture is to do with how you look after all the things what are around you, and to plant as much as you can and to maintain it.
If you're undecided, I would suggest going to foundation learning, and they'll just give you support on find out what you want to do, and they'll help you push that route. When I went into barbering, I realised I really enjoyed it, and it helped me push myself and go towards college and getting an MVQ in it, and it's helped me get my own salon. And we've got our own apprentice, and it's booming. It's doing really well.
Being in the fresh air is quite good for you as well. My dream job would be working on a farm outside in the fresh air, making loads of money.
I'm Becky and I'm doing a customer service apprenticeship with admin at Redcar Cleveland Council. I'm pleased I'm doing my apprenticeship because it's given me experience whilst getting a wage, so it's like a real taste of work life instead of just sitting in a college classroom all day, and it's got me some good connections and made some good friends. I work in an office working on spreadsheets, databases, the internet. I use maths skills and IT skills every day in my job. I think I've developed my confidence through my apprenticeship. Even talking on the telephone, something I would have been nervous about before. I'm a lot more comfortable speaking to people. It just raises your own self-esteem, and I feel like I could go into any office job now and pick it up easily. From my course now, I can apply for other internal jobs in the council, which I am doing because it's given me the experience I needed to get my foot in the door.
My apprenticeship's a process technician, which is working on a plant, working in a team to run the plant and just doing the whole process. I enjoy chemistry and I wanted to do something more hands-on instead of going to a classroom again and training at college. Plus I get paid. I've done 2 years in my apprenticeship and my last 2 years is on-site training. We also do a day release at college, but it's more hands-on and you learn to do everything there.
The Advanced Apprenticeship covers a BTEC Level 3 and also an MVQ. The MVQ Level 2 is done in the first 2 years, and the final 2 years you earn your Level 3 MVQ, which is done out on site. They're assessing your competence and your level of ability before you are then let free into the real workplace.
I'm doing a chemistry course, so once that's done, we move on to a different course and then hopefully go on site soon.
A lot of the apprenticeship scheme companies did look for such subjects like maths, English and science, and they were the key results that I was required to for the apprenticeship.
Once I am a process technician, I can still carry on and go to university and become a chemical engineer, which is a lot bigger, and it's a bigger job to do really, and you can go further with it, but you can just move up the ladder in the job.
You can go into higher education. You can progress further up the food chain at your company. You can work abroad, and all of these are opened up. The more you become educated, the higher your education becomes, the better and the higher the positions become. The advice I would give to 15 and 16-year-olds now who are wanting to leave school would be just to talk to people that they know who have gone through the same thing.
Don't feel pressured into going to college or university. There's other choices.
Make sure they pick something that they really, really enjoy.
If you do something you like, you will come out with the good grades and you will come out with amazing friends who have the same interest as you.
If I had to do it again, I would have went straight into foundation learning straight away.
When you're on your own, it's quite scary, but if you talk to someone who's done these similar things and made these choices, it just makes it so much easier to make your decision.
I think they should just do something that wants to make them get out of bed in the morning.